Let's get back to helping people out of hell. To shut down hell and usher in the kingdom of heaven. It's itself. I, he's got a big ego problem. He thinks the world revolves, and I'm on the world and need the world to live and enjoy the beauty of the world. While watching Andy Griffith sit there, look at Susan Oliver's legs. Watching Andy Griffith show, right? Remember Susan Oliver? She's the one who plays the Green Lady from Star Trek, right? She's cute. Yeah, she's very cute. I think that's her name. But you've got to understand that they had this thing on Fad and Forever on Tamron Hill, right? About how to eat certain chocolates. And she said, well, I can go pay $3 for a Kit Kat. It's like, and then well, it's coming more of a fad to make your chocolates and stuff at home, make them naturally instead of get them processed and sold, and so they're trying to be more organic and more, but you need time to do that, right? You need time. Like me, Amy, my ex-wife used to talk about, getting off the grid. And I'd tell her, Amy, we can't. And Peggy Pettis, same thing. We get to get off the grid when you do this. We can't. You don't have you need money. You need independent forms of financial wealth to get off the grid and live a healthy life. You can't afford Greenworks to use the best tools to maintain your yard and your weeds and stuff unless you're Tamron Hill or LeBron James or Steve Jobs or what, Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg. Okay. Or you do business excessively and compulsively like them, and you make enough money to have a better carbon fingerprint and stuff like that. And so when people try to do their best to survive this hell, and now they can afford as a John Deere gas mower to cut the weeds so they don't get Roundup sprayed around their house because of government contracts for genocide in Doña County. And supported by scientists, oh, he's wrong, he's crazy. No, you sit back and you watch it. You see the poison and you see the effects on your body and the toxins. Okay, never mind. And so it's just basically being like Madame Curie and understanding the effects of radiation poisoning in your body and how it affects it. And when certain things happen and how your body is affected by what's happening in your environment. So it's not stupid. And like, well, me and Dad, we were talking about it too. Zeke lived to be 18, almost 19 years old. And Anna's dog, who lived up by the road there, died in like half the time of cancer. Okay. So just by being in these trees, and a quarter of a mile from the road or trees in between, Zeke lived longer and healthier life than hers did because hers was outside right there by a road that has constant carbon emission traffic, which is also not good for Miss Martinez and her grandkids or kids, whoever stays there with her. Okay. So you love your neighbor as yourself. You want to live the Lord's Prayer, so nobody has to live by the freeway. Nobody, Shelby and Trisha don't have to get diseases and diabetes and stuff because all they can afford to live in is Humble right next to the airport, right? So you got to understand how John Davison Rockefeller Foundation and the Endowment for the Arts works, and that it doesn't work. It's just manipulation and over-exaggeration of self-importance of aggressive people that have bad brain activity. You get your fire country now? Do you understand you're advertising for face creams and fat on your face to keep your face looking sexually attractive and desirable till you die from abuse and competitive irrationality while you're playing pickleball or racquetball or I don't know. Okay, do you understand? Exercise is only as good as your relative acceptive humility and understanding of good brain activity. Okay? So if you have products to make yourself more sexually desirable, and then you put yourself in isolation places where you have they had this thing for memory. You get this thing, it's good for your memory. It's like, why do I want good for my memory? So I can remember to wake up in the morning, outmaneuver somebody else to live in a better place. So I have better physical fitness and have a more satisfying sex life than the person dying next to the airport in Humble, Texas. Why would I want to remember that? No, you take this other pill to forget about what's happening to the people in Humble, Texas that can't compete with you. And then you fuck the idiot who doesn't care. Well, that sounds horrible. Do I have unlimited access to airport lounges? Well, yes, you do. I could get used to that. Is that Joe Montana? Leave lots of money in that jar for the vets. They sacrifice all so we could be free, right? Do you understand what I just said? Do you understand how sarcastic Mary Ann's early bird is? Smart ass, right? Oh, don't be stupid. Mount St. Helens hash went all the way around the world, Mom. So when it was coming up through that valley, I was right. Sat there on our patio deck and looked and said, "Mom, there's the ash from the explosion of the volcano." She looked at me. She goes, "Oh, don't be stupid." A month later, we were watching the Spokane News. And the guy on the Spokane News was saying how the ash had made its way all around the world and was heading back into the coast of Seattle. I looked over at my mom and I said, "Oh, don't be stupid." My mom had a good sense of humor. She was raised by a military person. She was tough. And she was tough. She couldn't smell things like alcohol. She worked as a bartender. I think it's because she got desensitized. It killed her. It expedited killing her early, like my Trisha and my Shelby living next to the airport. Okay, my mom worked 2 jobs to pay her bills, and one of those jobs was as a bartender for like 30 years. And they serve drinks, but they also smoke in those establishments. And that contributed to my mom's early demise from cancer and the body not being able to expel toxins rapidly enough to keep the toxins out, like an auto mechanic or a race car driver or a pit crew, okay, or fuel cell worker in the U.S. Air Force, right? That you can't get the toxins out fast enough to clean them out for your body to recover from what you just did, like alcoholics and drug addicts, right? Okay, so you got to understand, okay, if you really, 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 really care about one another and love one another, you'll stand up for the Lord's Prayer. You won't look at people as commodities. You won't look at them as inheritances. You won't get them an insurance policy from Colonial Penn so your family doesn't have any worries about how to dispose of your body after death in a society that sees you as a commodity and a business opportunity. Okay. So the evidence of heaven and hell is being collected every day more extensively than ever before. Caiaphas, Herod, Pilate, Jesus, Peter, Paul, Moses, Pharaoh, Muhammad, Caesar, okay, Adolf Hitler, Franklin Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, Charlie Chaplin, Edgar Casey, Captain Kirk, and Mr. Spock. Those last 2 don't exist. Those are figments of the next budding William Shakespeare's imagination, right? Okay, so let's load this one up. And you need to understand, when you came into the house of Ralph and Mary Parsons and you studied and monitored their little boy and you were testing them to just see, what are these people that are in these books they call prophecy about religion? What are they all about? Are they really for real? Okay. Are their lives really so meaningful that their existence and their capacity to faithfully communicate is more important than Sir Isaac Newton discovering calculus, than Marie Curie studying radiation, than Sigmund Freud studying the activity of the brain and sexuality among people through tribalism? Okay, why is this Earl Parsons and this Jesus of Nazareth or this Moses of, and this Joseph of Canaan and this Muhammad of Mecca, why are they such important people? Why do people tell stories and write books that foretell of their existence, and then after their existence, they keep talking about them as if they're otherworldly and so much better than the rest of us? And what about Festivus? And what about the Stiller kid? Is he going to finally stop meeting the Falkers? Or meet the parents or whatever? Okay. I love you guys, okay? Stop being an idiot that thinks they work for the CIA, because you're not working, okay? Work is being like Father Abraham and Joseph, Jesus, Daniel, Muhammad, and myself. If you're not being a faithful, loving person, you're not working. You're using chemicals to alter your brain activity to help you think you have a better memory. Will not help you, make you think. Okay. The only way to help you have a better memory, live memories worth remembering. I'll always be your Katie Bug. Daddy, it's so easy to fall in love. Kangaroo, Camaroo. Mak, Akma, Balaki, Batma. Dad, I want to read. Okay? I love you guys, man. Peace out. Oh, don't be stupid.